Good day, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Peter, and for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Tap the notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading to the channel. So, you guys, today your ancestor message is so clear. Your ancestors are wanting for you to make family connections, okay? Family connections. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go and reestablish relationship with toxic family members or family members that have caused you harm in the past, but they're wanting you to really embrace family connections as far as understanding them. Now, this could be on a genealogy level, or this could even be on a physical level for those of you that have a good rapport with your family members. But they want you to understand your family and connect with your family, your living ancestors that you have here now, in order for you to better understand your ancestors that you have on the other side. So they're really wanting you to make these family connections. They want you to understand traditions, customs that have been in your family for years and things like that. So they're really wanting you to understand these different customs, cultures, and traditions, and really getting back to things concerning your actual lineage, so it can help you on this journey with working with them. But they're really wanting you to connect with them. Your ancestors wanting you to, connect with them on so many different levels. They want you to connect with them on nonverbal communication. They want you to connect with them with communication, like with verbal communication. They want you to connect with them through writing. But they really wanting you to really connect with them. All right, they're wanting you to go inward. They're wanting you to ask questions. They're wanting you to meditate and connect with them. They're wanting to help you release certain kinds of contracts that your family has created over the years. They're wanting all of this for you, and they're saying to honor them. They're saying to honor them. They're saying that you're asking of them, and they're giving you the things that you're asking for. And yet you're too tired to honor them. Yet you're too tired to give them reverence, right? And so your ancestors are really encouraging you to make those connections, all right? Your ancestors are also telling you to surrender to these fears that you have established surrounding your family, or surrounding surrounding ancestors, or surrounding ancestral beliefs. To surrender those fears, surrender all of the fears that you're telling yourself, surrendering the fears that you are feeling, because some of those fears may be passed down to you ancestrally. All right, they might not even be your own fears. You might not even know why you have that phobia. That may be just something that is passed down to you from your lineage. But in order to know that, you have to connect with your lineage. You have to understand through your living ancestors and through your own personal connection that you have with your ancestors on the other side in the spirit realm, in order to understand where these things come from, because they may not be your own. All right, but they want you to surrender these things that you have told yourself. Surrender these fears that have continued to plague your mind, okay? They want you to surrender that, all right? They want you to surrender any toxic relationships. It's almost like, some of you guys are still trying to force yourself to be in relationships that do you no good. So they are wanting you to surrender those toxic relationships. And that's toxic relationships, whether it's your family or not. All right, whether it's your family or not, whether it's your friends, whether you're in an intimate relationship with a person, they want you to surrender those toxic relationships, because you deserve more. Surrender to your effortlessness, like surrender to just allowing things to go with the flow. It's like you're trying to control it because you're scared of being without it. Right? You're trying to control it because you don't know what life will look like without it. And your ancestors said, no more. You need to tap into them. So not only could you understand fears and things like that, and cultures and things like that, so you can tap into the strength of your ancestors. All right? Because you need to tap into the strength of your ancestors. Your ancestors are saying that you are too busy. Like, some of you guys are too busy, and you need to sit and be still. All right, you need to create your sacred spaces. Even if you don't do an altar, just a sacred space where they know that you are charging up just for them. All right, your spirit guides are there with you. They are wanting to guide you. They are wanting to lead you. You just have to pay attention. Okay, you have to pay attention. Your ancestors need a way of communicating with you. All right, your ancestors need a way of communicating with you. And if you're too busy, you cannot effectively communicate with them. They're saying that you lack concentration. You lack concentration in order to effectively meditate, in order to be mindful, in order to be aware. You have to be able to concentrate. And if you can't focus, it's going to be quite difficult for you to receive those messages that they are sending you intuitively. They're saying they're talking to you through all different forms of communications, especially these intuitive communications. But because you're so busy and you're moving about so much, you can't see it, you can't hear it, you can't comprehend it, you can't interpret it, you can't receive the transmission. So they need you to chill out and concentrate and focus. If you need to work on concentration techniques in your meditation, try the OM technique. Focus on something, explore that something that you're focused on. All right, but you have to develop your concentration. Everything starts inward. Your healing starts inward. When you're sick, it starts within. When you're doing this healing journey, it starts within. Everything starts within. If you're sick and you want to become better, you have to heal the inside first. All right? And your ancestors are saying that a lot of this stuff that is plaguing you, a lot of these fears that continues coming up is base. It's the base chakra, that fight or flight, right? Because you've been in survival mode. Many of you have been in survival mode for so long, right? So you got to work on that root. You got to work on that base chakra. You cannot ignore it. It cannot be ignored. That's why a lot of these things continue to resurface, because this is kind of getting pushed to the wayside, because the root, when you're healing the root, that one hurts the most. All right, but it cannot be ignored. Yeah, if you need to take it step by step and do it a little bit at a time, do it a little bit at a time, but it cannot be ignored, because also the root is part of, what hinders you, what blocks you from connecting with your ancestors in a way, because the root is compromised. Or you feel some type of way about your family, and you can't really tap into that because of your feelings towards your family. It's going to be difficult for you to tap into certain parts of your ancestry. You got this level of hate for this side of family. It's time to forgive and move on. Let go and move on, okay? It's time for all of that. Some of you have been in a place of discomfort, discontentment, boredom. It's okay. There's still hope, all right? There's still hope. That's what your ancestors want you to know. They want you to know that there's hope, all right? You just got to do the things necessary that you have to do in order to be able to overcome moments like these, overcome tower moments like these, all right? So again, going inward. It's crazy. The only way out is in. The only way out is inward. Everything starts within, right? Everything starts within. So you have to really get deep down into the essence of the bigger issues, all right? Why do you have anxiety? What is compromised at the root to give you anxiety? Why do you have rage? What's going on in your root chakra that's causing you to have rage? What happened to you when you was younger that was causing you to have rage? All right, so these are things that they're really wanting you to focus on. So, hey, surrender those fears that you have developed. Surrender to just going with that flow. Right? Surrender to just going with that flow. Surrender those toxic relationships, and you're going to see that things are going to be on the up and up. All right? So that's pretty much it. Listen, your ancestors are urging you to concentrate. Your ancestors are urging you to make those connections. All right? Whether it's just writing, talking, whatever resonates with you, that's what you do. Whatever resonates with your ancestors, that's what you do. All right? So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this message, and I'll holler at you.